everybody? This is Mike Gray, aka Big Mike, and I'm here chilling with my man Jeff here at the Wave 804. I'm not gonna want to miss this interview. Stay tuned.
She tried to pay for it all. Bring some yak with my plate. Garlic noodles and steak. Bouncing out the ballet with all these tats.
What up, world? It's your boy Jeff, aka Cool Boy Jeff, right here. This is the only place you can find the Wave. Is the Wave 804. Shout out to my dog Big Mike in the building. This man's been my dog for years.
Yes, sir.
Man, listen, it's been so many good expectations of him. You know what I'm saying? He can talk. He know how to communicate or talk to me. Oh man, how do he carry himself, man? He has a very dope swagger, you know what I'm saying? Coming out here to VUU, a mass comm major, one of my colleagues. And definitely I'm gonna see this guy shine, man. But this year, 2018, my dog has been doing everything, being in clubs, being an announcer, man, all over campus. So I don't want to keep talking too much. I'm gonna let my big dog go talk for himself. Go ahead, introduce yourself, big homie.
I got you, man. My name is Michael Gray, aka Big Mike. Like I said, man, I'm a mass comm major here at Virginia Union University. I'm a graduating senior, May 11, 2019. It's on its way. It can't get hit quicker. Right now, I got 4 internships. I'm the new public address announcer for the 2018 football season for Virginia Union, and I'm going to be doing the upcoming men's basketball season and women's basketball season, and they just implemented me into doing volleyball games this year too. I'm not going to lie, Jeff, I'm a little nervous about those volleyball games. We don't really know the lingo for that. I never paid attention to the lingo when I went to volleyball games growing up, so I got to get educated on that soon. I actually got a game to call on Sunday. You know, I forget what their matchup is, but I got to call their game on Sunday. I went to their last game against State when they beat them. I was listening to some of the calls like kill and serve and stuff like that. So I'm getting a little implemented with it now, and I want to definitely take it to the next level. So
okay,
that's one of the internships we got going on right now. Another internship we got is internship with the Workforce Development Program. We're working with the women's basketball team. That's another thing we're doing with them. But I'm adding my own little twist to it. One day I just came up with, after I was meeting with Coach Gilbert, the women's basketball coach for Virginia Union, Coach Gilbert, she was telling me what I could do as far as my media stuff. She wants to get more exposure for the team and stuff. And I was thinking to myself, what better way to get exposure for Virginia Union's women's basketball team than to create a documentary about their entire season, or a movie about their entire season. So I said to myself, I came up with a plan. I said, I'm gonna get a cameraman. And I talked to Coach Gilbert about everything. She's all for it with it. We got a little mini team together with everybody, you know, doing their parts in the group. And we're gonna make this legendary, man. We're gonna really put on for VUU. We're gonna make this one of the top things. And if everything goes right and goes well with how it's supposed to go, then you know we might do this for spring football season coming up after this football season now. You know, it's going to be great for the women's basketball team to get that exposure they need. They won 2 of the last 3 CIAA championships. Ever since Coach Gilbert came here, she's been nothing short of sensational for the program, for those girls. They look at her as a leader. They really play hard for her. And it's about time that they get the recognition and the notoriety that they deserve. So, you know, that's another thing we're working on. Another thing we got right now is another internship we have is on the university media relations team. Okay. Right here in Virginia Union, we got a little media team, and you know, we do our thing. They called me. It was a last minute thing, Jeff. It was amazing how it happened. It was a last minute thing. Like I had an internship class last semester, and I had it on the last day. It was like I was scrambling trying to find an internship. I was struggling. I couldn't find one. Then all of a sudden, that last week, then when it was a Friday, my teacher gave me 4 days and said, if you don't have an internship in 4 days, I had to drop the class. So I went up to the CD King office and talked to Miss Pam Cox, and I had an interview with her on the last day. I was telling her everything that I wanted to do, my big plans for the university, and she came up to me, she let me sign the contract. I've had the internship ever since, and I thank them every day ever since, because without them, like the opportunities that they've gave me, and then the pathway the opportunities that they've given me, and the maturity that I've shown over the years of being able to be more creative and maximize every opportunity. I gotta thank them, because without them, they're the ones that put me in a position to make that happen. So my thing there, man. We got a lot of stuff going on right now, Jeff. We just getting started for real. We haven't even scratched the surface.
Okay. Hey, man, you know, definitely one of the big things I really do appreciate you, man. You're very articulate. You know what I'm saying? You know how to say things, you know how to say it, when to say it, and to actually how to draw attention towards yourself. And the most, I feel like I'm so proud of you because you got so many internships, but the one thing I'm so fascinated about you is that you are an announcer for the football team.
Yeah.
That's really dope. So what was the whole energy behind that, and how did you end up getting that position?
And that's another crazy story too, because that was a last minute thing. Like when I came into this semester, I wasn't planning on being an announcer. It never crossed my mind. It crossed my mind, but it never like crossed my mind as a possibility of it actually happening. Basically, I went to Miss Cox in the office and we had a meeting with the media team. We had a meeting about how we were going to go about the football season, whether or not I was going to be on the field with the players, interviewing them at halftime, before the games, after the games, and doing our own media stuff on the field, doing my part for the team. After we talked about everything, Miss Cox was telling me that Jim Juno, our athletic director, was looking for a new PA announcer because they were planning on getting rid of the current one at the time. And so I was like, wow, that's a great opportunity. So she called Jim Juno for me, and Juno told me to talk to our athletic director, Joe Taylor, and I had an interview with him. So when I came back, I had an interview with him. He was telling me, well, how do I know you? He asked me, how do I know you're the man for the job? And I said, put me through a trial run, and put me through the test, put me out there and see what I can do. So I went out there the next day for practice, and while I was out there, I was saying names, I was putting different scenarios in my head about what could happen during a football game, and just out there talking, bringing my energy, bringing my swag to it. And then on that following Saturday, they had a home game. It was the second home game of the season. We ended up losing that game to Carson Newman, but like the president and the athletic director and everybody, they loved how I had the energy and I had the crowd going, and it was something different. It was something that they weren't used to because the previous announcer was there for 31 years. So he was there for a long time, and they was consistently used to the same thing.
Yeah.
So a lot of people loved that I was able to bring my own flavor to it and have fun with that. So, and ever since then, I've done 3 home games ever since, and I love it. Every time I go into it, it doesn't even feel like a job or an internship. It just feels, it's fun, it's natural, because that's something I've always wanted to do, but I never thought I would have an opportunity to do it. And to get that opportunity my senior year in college, I'm just more than blessed, and I'm taking this every day by day. We got 2 more home games left, and I can't wait.
All right, man. And I just feel like that you alone open up so many doors, man. Because I just remember when I was in school, me used to always talk about, so Jeff, how you do this? Like how you do that?
Right.
You always talk about the future.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like between us two, it was never a competition. It was always trying to bring each other up. You know what I'm saying?
Cool.
So the best thing I've seen as far as this year, it's like I've seen that you coming out, you're doing so many things, you keep yourself active, you keep your mind on the books, and you always stay hungry. What is something that you kind of use to keep yourself disciplined and to learn more things about the business?
You said it, reading. I've been doing more reading over this past year than I have probably done ever in my entire life. I've been reading books about entrepreneurship, books about black privilege, and books about just us in general, and books that are like really open my mind to different creativity. Like this world we living in the world right now, creativity. And I continue to stay disciplined through books, through family, consistently being around family, consistently staying on the grind. Like I don't like to I don't like an idle mind. You know what I mean? I don't like to be idle and just lounge around. Like we don't get nothing done accomplished doing that. There's no fun in that for real. Like because we literally just wasting our days and watching literally other people grind. I was always told, and we always live by the motto: every time you sleep, somebody else is out there working and grinding and living their dream, chasing their dream. Why not chase yours? We chase ours every day. And I hang around like-minded people like yourself. Like like you said, we've been friends ever since we connected. And I've noticed the grind. You've noticed the grind in me. I've noticed the grind in you. Doing this interview right here, and it's a blessing to be on this interview for real. And the discipline part, that just came with it. It was all a mindset. That's all it was. I changed my mindset last summer, 2017. I stopped playing football. That was the biggest decision I made in a long time, man, because that was a decision where a month after I made the decision, was kind of questioning a little bit. Was it the right decision? Was it the decision I wanted? But in the end, it was the right decision. It just sucks that it had to come to that. You know what I mean? Because you love playing growing up. You always had big dreams, but it comes to the point in everybody's life that who plays football or any sport, you don't play forever, and it hits people a certain time. I just got a head start on that process. So, but ever since then, just in 1 year, like so many doors and opportunities have been open to me, and I'm just taking it everything day by day and just getting better.
Yeah, man. That's the one thing that I really do respect about you, because you just never give up. Because I know my freshman year I had tried out for the football team and I made it, but when you get to college, I feel like there's so many avenues of what you can do.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people, when they come from high school, that's all they know is sports.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because sports, I feel like sports is a major way for you to stay out of trouble. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You go to school, play football, you're too tired to go out, so you inside the crib. So then once you get to college, now you open up to a whole new world of business. You know what I'm saying? So that right there, I definitely commend you, because you didn't let you stopping from playing football like this stopped you from doing everything else. You kept going with it. So that's one thing. So as far as MassCom, we both was raised up under the umbrella from broadcasting.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And also the trips that we have both taken, as far as going to different avenues, as far as like going to radio stuff, broadcasting, like inviting people, you know what I'm saying, guest speakers and stuff like that. So what is something that you would like to do in your future time? Because I know you're going to do great things. What's something that you feel like you can bring to mass communications if you had the opportunity to?
At our school?
Yes.
Oh, definitely. I would bring, if I had the opportunity to do anything for my school, I would definitely enhance the studio. We have for those people that don't know, a lot of people on campus don't even know that. And all the way in the back of the library, upstairs, we have a studio. We have a recording studio where we have a green screen and we have a little spot for everything. But a lot of the technology is not up to date.
Yeah.
So a lot of people are hesitant to go back there and use it. The teacher that we had for all that technology and for that room, and that ran the room, and that allowed students to come in there whenever they wanted to use it for whatever reason or stuff like that. She's not here anymore, Miss Hill. She just left this semester. So right now we're in the works of trying to find somebody for the studio. But I would definitely help towards getting more up to date equipment. Definitely build more media companies on campus. Like say for example sports companies where we can have like different outlets and stuff for all of our different sports. Because we have so many different sports that are doing well. Like we're a small school, but it's a lot of athletics it's a lot of athletes on that campus. And we need the exposure that we can get. So I definitely will bring a media company to campus and to broaden us and like put us out there for more exposure and stuff like that, man. We got the tools and we got the people. We just need to put everything together. It's there. Everything is there. We just need to find that perfect rotation. And like I said, it sucks that Miss Hill, if you're watching this, I miss you. I'm glad you're out there doing big things, and I'm proud of you. And I'm glad you got the opportunity that you got. We definitely miss you over here. But good luck on everything in all your future endeavors.
Yeah, and shout out to Miss Hill. Miss Hill definitely planting the seed in me too from a younger age. Especially taking TV broadcasting from 1 and 2, just to show me how to read stuff off of papers, like how to speak, how to carry yourself in front of a camera and stuff like that. Definitely, it's a whole lot of etiquette when it comes to being a broadcaster.
Right.
So, I definitely want to get into more about the mass communication department. And we also discuss about some things that we are missing and some things that we have.
Gotcha.
If you can elaborate on both, as far as like what we have right now currently, and also what we're missing. So, as somebody who's still in school, I know a lot of things changed since I just graduated back in May, but what are some things that we have now that's enhancing and some things that we still need to build upon?
Well, like I said, one of the big things that we need to build upon is that studio. And not even just building upon inside the studio, building upon the recognition, like getting it more like recognized on campus. Because like I said, a lot of people on campus outside of MassCom or even inside of MassCom don't even know about the studio. If from freshmen all the way up to some seniors. So just being able to enhance that studio and get more people in, get more involved with the studio, so we can get more people in there and more people understand it, and put more media content out there, because it's all about content, but it's all about great content, not just regular any content.
Yeah.
So I would definitely help to build that the studio up. Outside of that, probably more programs on campus. Definitely more mass comm programs. We use our connections to our advantage. I'm not from Richmond, but we're connected with a lot of the people that work at Intercom, like DJ Sir RJ and Cool, DJ Foot, and stuff like that. We're plugged in with them. DJ Sir RJ used to go to Virginia, and get them to come back and talk to some of the students, especially young mass comm students, about entrepreneurship, about internships, all that good stuff, and putting them on game at a young age, so that way when they get to their senior year, they don't have to pile on a whole bunch of stuff they already had a plan made up, and they won't have to focus. They won't have to focus so much on that aspect of it. But definitely use our connection to our advantage, and continue to help people, continue to help the young ones. Like we graduating as seniors now. But that doesn't mean we can't look out for the freshmen or something like that. Like when I was a freshman, I didn't really care if somebody looked out for me, but I always thought it was special if somebody did take me on the ring and be like, okay, you can do this better, or you can do that, because that means that they cared. There was somebody that wanted to help me. I could see myself being that for another freshman coming in, or sophomore, or somebody that just paving the way, or someone that just needs that one little push, or that one little extra open door person to help them out. And I could definitely be there for somebody.
It's always good to try to, as soon as you're coming up, it's always a good time for you to hold your hand down and try to build somebody else up, because, it's a lot of people when I walk on campus and I wear my wave at the forehead, and people just like, yo, I'm proud of you. And that's dope. But saying, it's always good. You gotta always give, I don't want to say it's called a game, but you always gotta give, just enough to make somebody be like, okay, I want to do this, I want to do that. Because a lot of people may look at you and you may be somewhere in your career and it's like, yo, why don't you come back? Why don't you do this? Why don't you do that?
Right. So
it's always good to enhance or better somebody else, because I'm not no better than nobody else. Right. I feel like I just took the time to really push my goal and make something and create it and be able to bring it amongst everybody that's around me. Because I feel like even though I do interviews, I'm interviewing you, but at the same time, I'm interviewing you, but you're helping me at the same time. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's always about helping each other out.
Yeah.
So, is there some things that you feel like that you really didn't receive while being in mass communications? Because there's a lot of things that we've been talking about book, but as far as like from face-to-face contact from my professors and from other people, is there anything that you feel like that you wish you could have got a little bit more into?
It's kind of hard to say, because being in our school is kind of, our mass communications program isn't as big, so they don't have as many of the tools that maybe, say, a VCU or a more hyper, a D1 school would have. We don't have all the tools that they would have, so it's kind of hard to expect them to give you the world when they don't have it. You know what I mean? It's like, and one thing that one of my mentality coming into college was, nobody owes you anything. Even though that's the mass communications program, and you expect them to have this, and you expect them to have that coming up. That's what they tell you coming into college. They don't owe you anything. You got to go out there and create every opportunity for yourself, and that mentality really helped me. Like after my freshman, sophomore year, I realized that you can't worry about what they got. You got to use them. You have to use them for what they do have, and see how you can capitalize on it. And then when you maximize your potential, you can get back to them. You can get back to them and put the plan that you always envisioned growing up. At the end of the day, I never really worried too much about what they didn't have, because I was too busy making a positive of what was already there. You know what I mean? So I wasn't really worried about that too much.
Yeah, man, that's respect, man. And there's another thing too that we also discussed, as far as like we have older people that came from our school that's really doing big things, like DJ Sir RJ,
right.
You have Mr. Raymond Hollis from CBS 6 News,
right.
And you have so on and so forth. Have you got in contact with these people and try to see if they can be able to come back to the department?
Yeah, I have. I actually have talked to, it's funny how when I was talking about DJ Sir RJ, I talked to him over this past break about an internship, and I ran into him in this past spring semester. I talked to him, I hit him up in the IG DM, I got his number, and I went up to Intercom one day at his radio station 92.1, and I talked to them for a little bit. I got to sit down during the little air time. I actually got some air time. I was on air for a little bit. Got to talk about the school and the athletic department and stuff like that. And during that whole time, it was a humbling experience. And I was telling them, look, like this experience I'm feeling right now, and this vibe that I'm getting is amazing. Like I'm able to network and meet people that not only came from where we come from, but are moving forward in their careers and really moving forward towards entrepreneurship. And when I talked to him, I told him, I said, I don't want to be the only one to feel this way about it. But I know you can come back and talk to your alma mater and talk to some of the kids and instill some of the knowledge that you have, so they can pick your brain a little bit. But I definitely talked to him a few times about coming in. Mark Davis, he works for NBC 12, the TV station.
Yeah.
And he's the sports anchor over there at NBC 12. And I got in touch with him through LinkedIn and talked to him and visited the station, saw what he does, and he saw my YouTube channel and saw everything that I had going on. And it was a great experience. I told him I wanted to know if he can come to the school as well and talk. He's a very busy man. He's consistently working, like always working, because he always has to get the top stories around the country here to Richmond. So I talked to a lot. I definitely that's one thing about me. Like I've always wanted to every experience that I've gotten, or every connection that I've made out here in Richmond or anywhere for real. I always wanted to, if I know somebody that's on the same career path that I am, or I know somebody that can benefit from that same person, I'm gonna get them to reach out or get them in contact with somebody. I'm all about spreading positivity and good vibes. You know, that's just what type of time I'm on, and it's amazing when you see everything come to fruition.
Yeah, man. And this is something else I really want to know, because as far as you, bro, looking at your resume and your characteristics is phenomenal. What is the next step for Mike?
The next step for me, graduate college. After I graduate, I'm looking at whatever opportunity at that time is on point, because I'm doing so much right now, and everything is within my own lane. So my thing is continue to work towards good work. Like you've heard me say all of the entire interview, entrepreneurship, working towards becoming my own entrepreneur, starting some businesses. I definitely want to start my own sports company. Right now I'm interning with a guy that has his own sports company. He was working for USA Today over the summer, but he has his own sports company right now. His name is Lake Lewis, and he's really showing me the business. I'm interning with him to get with him to really show me the business and show me how the sports company thing works, so I can be able to have my own in the future. And I'm just soaking up everything. I'm picking his brain a lot, and right now I'm just being a student of the game. I want to continue to be a student and ask as many questions as I can. Everybody who I got an internship with, continuously sports agent in the future. And personal trainer, I ran into this guy who right here. His name is Daniel McGee. He has his own brand. Just write bio, Believe in One. And you know, he really instilled a lot of positivity into me when I was out there at camp, and then our conversations we had after camp, and it's amazing to see that. You know, it was amazing to be in that vibe and be comfortable around good people, because they didn't have to look out for me at all. They could have just been like, say whatever, or chase your dream, whatever. But no, they really wanted to take the time to break it down to me. You gotta do this, you gotta do that, you gotta, take this step, you gotta take that route, you gotta go left, and then everybody else is going right. So I appreciate all the love and support, but yeah, man, just taking everything day by day and maximizing on every opportunity.
Man, Big Mike, I want to say, man, shout out to you and everything that you're doing, man. God bless you. Continue to succeed in everything that you just walk up to and just kick down the doors, man, because you don't know who you moving spiritually and emotionally, you feel me? So just keep grinding, man, and just keep doing your thing.
Man, same to you, brother. Keep doing your thing with the Wave 804, man. You started this some years back, and it's been growing exponentially ever since. And I'm just proud of your growth, not only as a person, but as my brother. I'm proud to see you make it happen. Continue to strive to be the best person you can be.
Yeah, man, I definitely appreciate appreciate you. Let everybody know where they can find you at on Instagram.
Oh yeah, Instagram. Oh yeah, social medias. My Instagram, you can follow me at TheReal, with a D, TheReal_Big Mike. I don't really do Snapchat for real, so I'm not gonna give you Snapchat, but Instagram, I'm on LinkedIn. Yeah, follow me on those.
Alrighty, man. Look, man, y'all go ahead and support my dog, Big Mike. You know what I'm saying? He has so many good things happening for him. And, hey, man, God is just really working in his favor. He stayed down, stay positive, stay humble, and stay consistent, man. And also manifest your dreams. Don't just chase them.
Definitely. Shout out to the Wave 804 too.
Hey, man, salute my dog, man.
Yes,
Y'all make sure y'all go ahead, comment, and subscribe. Definitely feedback. Let me know what was your favorite part of the interview. Check out other interviews as well. It's my man Big Mike. It's Cool Boy Jeff.
Tried to pay for it all. Bring some yak with my plate. Garlic noodles and steak. Bouncing out the valet. With all these tats on my face. People looking like, hey, black niggas stay in your place.